Hello, is it me, y'all? 2, 3, 5. All right, so we got you. That's TikTok. Let's get you right. Let's
Yes,
get
we
you
all have a
right
crazy
together.
uncle. Mine just gave me a United States history book from the year 1903.
All right, we're gonna do this. All right, we're gonna get y'all together. All right, you can go live right there. All right, everyone, I'm coming. I'm getting it together. I had to do so many different things this morning, which wasn't a lot, but it was a fucking enough. More. All right, not now. Let's see where you at. Go there. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Dashboard. No, 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 no. Where we at? All right, y'all. Let me see where we are. Let me see where we are. And period. All right. So y'all already been where y'all are. We got you, but I need to wipe y'all off because, you know, first and foremost, I feel like y'all also need to come up a little bit because that ain't how you're supposed to be. So we're gonna move you up some. We're gonna move you up, and hopefully that helps. Okay? And did that help? I hope it did. All right. So then we got this right here taking place because I need to make sure this is good. All right, with me. It's all right with me. All right, got that popping. All right, you, not now. Not now, not now. It's hot in here. All right, we're gonna do these lights. Lights, camera, action. Okay, we got that one. We got that light. Let me grab something. Then we be ready to go. And period. Wash my hands, period. Let me wash my hands. All right, now we're gonna do what we got to do. Do what we got to do. All right, let me tell y'all what done happened this lovely morning. You hold on. Oh shit, I need to wipe y'all off. All right, with me. All right, so you're good. You're good. You're good. And now we're gonna do you're good. All right, so we're gonna bring you up because you know why. And then we're just gonna go live. Okay. I'm gonna wipe my face off. Adjust my chair. Okay. Mind y'all, listen. Trying to reconnect. Why you need to reconnect? What's wrong? All right, something's wrong with that. Ma'am, you're gonna have to go on and get it too, because I already know what you girl try to do. Okay, so something transpired this morning. I was already up ready to go. Had to do something, and then what ended up happening was Why are you trying to reconnect? All right, everything's significant and important. Take it how it resonates, and whatever happens is how long we gonna be determined to be here. Because as y'all see, let me fix y'all. So if you don't know, and you haven't been on my Twitch yet, I've been streaming on Twitch for 24 hours. So take it how it resonates and do with that information what you will. I see stuff floating up. All right. Also, due to poor wireless connection, your broadcast has been paused. Consider moving to find a better signal, or you can anyway. Something is saying is trying to reconnect. Again, take it how it resonates for you. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened to me this morning, and then y'all do with that information what you will, because like I said, everything to me is signs and signals. So last night there was a weird ass message that kept playing. 2 less 1. From a lady, right? Mind you, I was in the process of trying to do my hair, retie. So I wasn't really trying to get on social media last night to, give no messages. Or sometimes I'll be thinking that if I can hear the message, so can somebody else, and somebody else can deliver it. You know what I be trying to tell y'all. Get somebody else to do it, right? Especially because certain messages, depending upon what it is, people get mad at me instead of, listening to the message, and then they want to come and harass me and start talking crazy and this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, back at band camp, I gave you what I gave you because it kept saying, replaying. So who is for it could be, for anybody, anything. But the fact of the matter is the words they kept using didn't have nothing to do with me, because all I kept hearing was gearing up, meaning somebody getting ready to redo something or do something again that they have already done before, right? And y'all know how these people operate. They see you thriving or, making it happen, and they try to figure out like what type of way can I come in and mess up, something for somebody else, because people be hating assholes. The other thing is that I'm starting to learn that a lot of the things that be, happening, that is also happening, is foreign. And when I say foreign, it's basically like foreign countries, foreign entities, foreign people. The weirdness comes in because some of these folks, why did it do that? All right, so something happened, and then now the shit is blacked out. And everything is important, because at Earth School, we learn to pay attention to our surroundings. This is where God be trying to, teach us to follow our instincts and things of that nature. And when I say Earth School, it's like the classroom. The classroom is the lessons that we learn in Earth, right? On Earth. And mind you, something just happened recently that just also helped me even more, letting me know that I'm correct even on that thought, because somehow the universe knew that my Keurig was poisoning me, right? Because it was moldy. I didn't pay attention to the thing that said descale, and I didn't even know what it meant. Meanwhile, it wasn't until a TikTok crossed my screen that said this person da 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 is sick because they. So it was like the universe saving me, and then that made me aware and pay attention, right? All right. Long story short, it wasn't wrong. My Keurig was full of mold. It was my own fault because, I already told y'all I don't read directions or any of that. I'm just out here winging it, right? All right. Which most of us are. We don't have a pamphlet. And even if there was a pamphlet, the people who claim to be in control, or the people who are basically talking over everybody and saying that I wrote this law and now you have to follow it, and then we are stupid and whatnot, follow behind it. Meanwhile, God said, I'm gonna give you everything that your eyes can see. All right, we didn't have to let them come in and do anything, but we did it. So now we're suffering the repercussions of the situation. Okay, so I woke up this morning, I geared up to do everything. Remember, the word was geared up. I didn't use it. I put, I did my ads. So everything that I did this morning, y'all saw. Everything that I also did this morning, Twitch saw or didn't see. You see what I'm saying? So they know when I showed up. They know, when they heard me, this, then, and third. Because again, I've been streaming there for 24 hours. Also, in the process, there were conversations that was being had that they were privy to that nobody else in the world was. Now, when somebody listens to it, if somebody does listen to it, they'll say they had this conversation or this was spoken of, right? Meanwhile, they could take it in context or they could take it out of the context. Either way, they may or may not like it, right? Long story short, don't matter. So one of the things that a part of the conversation was, I'm gonna look up this word because it's called gaslighting. But when I said the word gaslighting, it more or less gives me like propane tanks and things of that nature. So there's a thing where, and y'all, this is gonna be all over the place. Take it how it resonates and do with this information what you will. Okay. So one of the things I was looking at, I fried some fish last night. Yesterday, right? Because we was doing Sunday dinner, and I was looking at the little things that they have where they roll them down and roll them up, and they can drop the fish in the grease, right? But mind you, hottest fish grease is a saying. It's like somebody being in hot water. And again, everything's important to this simulation, to this situation, okay? So the fish grease got to be hot enough for it to just, do that thing, so to put that crisp on it and that crunch. Then you got to be able to have the hot sauce and all that other stuff. Anyway, long story short, I asked a question about gaslighting because I'm going to look up the word and then we can go into the context of it. Everybody's awake and aware, the great awakening right now, right? Mind you, also you woke up in another simulation and also another program. So everybody that's saying they're so awake, are they really? Because if we all still got this play in this situation or this simulation, then that means that everybody that is awake is still playing a part of the algorithm. Because not for nothing, that's where everybody is getting pushed to, online. And meanwhile, I told y'all before, words mean a lot. So when I say online, you could almost mean thinking that I mean online as far as computer or online as far as your brain being awake and aware. So it's, all the people that they're saying it's going to be this during this time and this and the third. If you believe in anything that is being written or said, you're still a part of the problem. You're still a part of the simulation. And I'm going to tell you why. Because a lot of y'all will sit up and say these people, or know that these people have lied in so many different ways to us. But then y'all will also still be the people that said, God said he would never do this. The God who wrote the book, the people that keep changing it, or God, the one and only God that started creation. So I can hear when people say I'm awake and I'm this and the third, but meanwhile you're still believing in constructs. You're not that much awake. And honestly, until we release the shackles off of our brain, like free will and being a thing, like you can think for yourself and you're not using or teaching or preaching from, I don't really want to hear you, because your awakeness is still within those boundaries, because you're still trying to say that, and I may lose a lot of people from this. Guess what? I don't honestly care, because at the end of the day going to end, and you're not going to force me to believe or say these people that I know are specifically lying to me and have lied to me, that, okay, that this part is right or this part is right. So I can't hear y'all. I'm never going to hear y'all. So in the process, let's see. So, what does gaslighting mean? Gaslighting is a form of psychology manipulation where someone tries to make you doubt your own reality, memory, or feelings so they can gain control or avoid accountability. Now, how do I gaslight my YT people was my question. And the reason why I asked that question was because I'm so thankful that now y'all see everything that has happened or has gone on with the coloreds, the tan, the brown people, right? And y'all are awake and y'all are aware. Y'all are starting to come to the reality, right? And so now y'all are saying that, oh, well, this happened and this is not really da 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 da, da, right? And the reason why I asked that question was because I'm thankful that y'all are now aware and awake, but y'all saw it before. And I'm not judging. It was okay until it wasn't you, right? So the other part that I'm having a major, reason why, kaboom, guess who stepped in the room? Let's turn this gas the fuck up, is because on December 25th, y'all Christmas holiday or y'all family gathering day, which we have all been, because, we have all been conditioned. My algorithm showed me all of my YT family waking up and saying, we're disgusted at the fact that this person did this to these little people, right? Mind you, it was men and women, right, of that ethnicity that literally was going in. They were upset and mad. I'm thankful that y'all are now paying attention. Also, the other thing is, remember when I said y'all have to police y'all people, your own people, and y'all are all my people, and we are all people, right? We're all together because we're the collective, right? The group. I'm glad y'all are finally getting it, and starting to see that's not enough. That's not enough. And so as I was explaining to, somebody else, that this has already gone on throughout history and time. Our people, y'all other people that y'all didn't want to claim have already been dealing with this, right? And so now that it's a collective problem, do we want to all go back and, act like we didn't see it? Or are we going to actively, collectively, do something? And actively, collectively doing something means y'all got to do it first, because y'all are the ones that it was okay until this happened. You too, I love you and thank you. Mind you, this the other part. What y'all are mad about is that they have, the little people, they're doing that. And, the innocent, that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use that word, the innocent. Thank you. The innocent people are the people who can't fend for themselves, are the ones that are being, targeted, and the ones that are, have been a part of that, right? So anyway, it says what it looks like in real life. Say that never happened when it clearly did. Gaslighting. Tell you you're too sensitive or imagining things. Gaslight. Deny words just said. Gaslight. Twist facts so you can feel confused or at fault. Mind you, all I want y'all to do is really understand that we never did that. We kept saying, the Brown and, other people, we kept saying that this is what the system was doing, and nobody listened, although y'all saw it because it was cool. It's cool when they do it. But, anyway, I'm telling y'all the reason why I even asked is because we see, right? You have eyes, you have ears. You see the next play. But the problem is that if I actually acknowledgely, actively do something or want to do something, I have to acknowledge the fact that I was, is the word complacent or incomplicit in a situation. Like I didn't say anything until, right? All right, it don't matter. And this is what I'm going to tell y'all at this point. It don't matter. The point is that now we're here. Now, I'm going to ask everybody a question, and this is where you be honest with yourself, or don't. It's up to y'all, okay? So being honest with yourself, are you going to be okay with in the next 25 years, all of y'all that have children, grandchildren, or anybody that's having a child right now, are y'all going to be okay with history repeating itself in that form or fashion on your children, your grandchildren, and in life? Are you going to be okay with that? Because you could potentially not be here, and your children and your grandchildren will be going through the most horrific. But a lot of y'all are going to say it don't matter because it's not going to be me. It's going to be the others. But collectively, we're all family. Collectively, this is our world. Collectively, we all have to take accountability or lack thereof for whatever the future holds for anybody that's not here, right? And so if y'all are not paying attention, and again, I'm not mad at anybody for doing anything. Everybody has to just be okay with the fact that, or being accepting of the truth. I don't hate nobody, and y'all shouldn't either, because the part that we're all playing is the part that we're all playing. So, I'm saying it, but I'm also acknowledging the fact that when people like me say stuff, we could not be here today or tomorrow. So I'm just going to be another blip on y'all screen. Except for the fact that, the computer and everything exists, and maybe somebody might be able to have this. But if I, was not here today, all of my information and everything could be scrubbed, and y'all are still going to go through the same issues, same problems. So now, how do y'all feel? Like, y'all was lobbying for all of this stuff, but how do you feel? If you do nothing in a system and tomorrow never comes, how about that? For you, you never said nothing. You sat idly by and you watch these things happen, right? And I don't know what that looks like on the other side. All I'm saying to y'all is it don't take much to be a good person. It don't take much to stand up for what's right. It don't take much to see a situation for what it is. But then on the other hand, on the flip side of that, it's hard because when you see it is when you're meant to see it. When you hear it is when you're meant to hear it. You're not going to feel anything about it until. All right, so anyway, long story short, this morning, there's a replay because I'm going to tell y'all what happened. I left, had to go do something. Mind you, the very thing that I had to do, knew that I had to do it, but also it interrupted something. So there may be something that is on your schedule today that you know that you have to do, but also it gets interrupted by a thing. You're still going to have to do the thing. It's going to be okay, right? Or not. Because as in one thing existing, so does the other. Take it how it resonates. I know it's confusing, but it's the best thing about life when you realize that everything can work at the same time. Past, present, and future, right? So as I was coming back, I never realized that my phone had died. So there was no communication to me. Meanwhile, signals were being put out. The thing is that when I did the thing that I was supposed to do this morning, my mind said, you should maybe wait. I knew the phone was dead too. That was the other thing. And I was supposed to plug it in, but something was happening. Everything has to play itself out the way it has to play out. So communication is going. I'm literally hearing the thing, you should wait. This morning feels amazing. I feel good, right? Really, really good. Anyway, I left. I didn't do what I thought to do. I just left. Mind you, having a great drive, this, then, and third, in silence, right? Because again, I'm listening and paying attention to the universe. So what happens is I'm in the middle lane, my exit is about to come up, but for some reason I shouldn't be in the middle lane, but I was in the middle lane. Again, because I'll be in the middle lane, right? But I was supposed to be to the right hand side. So it was, if you're going this way, you should be here. The right hand is one thing, the left hand is another. So the right hand, they will tell you, is the right hand of God. That's where Jesus sits, right? The left hand is the left hand path. That's where that other thing is at, right? All right. Anyway, long story short, I make note that why would you be in this lane when you have to be over here? So I get over here and then I come up on the ramp. I stop. Anyway, so I'm coming around, going that in my direction that I'm supposed to go in. Something in me says, oh, all the red that is happening right now. Red is normally flashing. Let's see. Red meaning in life, okay? All right. Anyway, long story short, get to that little area where I am, I make the right. So as I'm making the right, I make note. The world is open. Like something about the colors, very vivid. Something just opened up, right? Okay, mind you, the thing that's been happening all week, everybody has been paying attention that there was an upgrade that happened spiritually, but there was also an upgrade that happened on the phones. Everybody is, mentioning and paying attention to something going on because literally everybody's phone tried to start showing them a bunch of old stuff. Mine showed me everything because I kept tapping the button, and so I was noticing that this was being said, but also the old stuff playing, because why are we talking about that when it's not relevant, right? All right, so I'd go to make that again. Now I'm very clear, but the thing is my lane is going this way, but the car that's coming looks like they're in my lane. It was the angle, right? Because they were where they were. They were still too close to the line, but they were still in their lane just too close. Like, I mean, remember when I told y'all about our journeys doing this? And when you do this with your hands, you should be able to feel heat. And depending upon how far you can take this out, you will still be able to feel heat or not. Again, I make fireballs. So that's the thing. The energy could be big or it could be small. Take it how it resonates. Anyway, so I go around the corner and it was the angle that it was on. I keep going. So I get to the one area and I noticed that the person that was in front of me, it just was a little strange. Something was happening. Whatever they was doing, just they shouldn't have been doing. So make the left. All right. So we make the left. As I'm making the left, because this is a little road, this is one of these roads where I told y'all when it snows, because this place is not used to snow. I live in Georgia, for anybody that knows, in the USA, because I got a lot of people that are foreign, on my page also. So as I'm turning to make that turn, that left, what I noticed is that car, does whatever it's doing, goes where it's going, but I'm on this road by myself. Mind you, the road is very quiet. So as y'all know, we're going into, the next portal that we about to hit. And so the kids are not at school. So it's kind of peaceful. A lot of people probably not going to work, this and the third. But something in me makes note that it feels very peaceful, right? But it's like the calm before the storm is what's happening. And then it's like the ceiling falls out. That's what it feels like. All right, so mind you, I'm on time, I'm on task, I'm on schedule for everything that I'm doing, just so y'all know. So that's also another thing that I'm making note of. Okay, it's peaceful, it's quiet. So my speed may have been maybe a little more than normal, but I don't know, because again, I drive fast sometimes. But sometimes I'll be driving extremely slow. But this moment, I feel like I may have been going a little fast. So a car comes and they're coming in my direction. So they flash me. Early warning system. So y'all know when a car flashes y'all, normally it's a thing that shows y'all that, or telling y'all that, it could be some type of police or something around the corner, or there's a hazard or something that's around that corner, because you got to go around a little bend. And so, I'm just enjoying the peace. No stereo. The world is mine, basically. Take it how it resonates. All right. So the car comes around. He flashes the light. I look at my speed. I drop my speed down 5, right? So as I'm getting around the corner, I notice there's nothing there. It's peaceful. There's a school there, everything. There's nothing there. Normally where the cop would sit, because this is my area, I know how it goes. This is also another thing. Account verification. I need to know that it's you. It's given, y'all remember The Never Ending Story is one of my favorite movies, right? And so Atreyu, it had to be him that did the thing, right? So it has to be you that does the thing, just so you know. The verification is to make sure that it's you. So it could be blood, DNA, it could be your fingerprints. Either way, ain't nobody gonna cross that threshold, and can't nobody else do it but you. Y'all remember how he had to go through the Sphinx or whatever that was, where it was the lions, and they said every time somebody go through there, they measure and they weigh your heart. Your heart is being measured, your morals, your values, whatever, being weighed, and you can't, anybody just can't come through here. So people can say, I'm going to put this person in position, or this, that, and the third, or, you know, they can say that they are whatever. Your DNA don't lie. Your fingerprints don't lie. And even if they try to, you know, wipe you off, because that was also another thing, Queen of Hearts off with their head. The penalty is death, okay? Take it how it resonates. All right. So anyway, I slow down. But remember, authentication factor, all right, is very important, because it has to be you that does the thing. Your mama can't do it. Your uncle can't do it. Your cousin can't do it. You have to be the thing that does it. Your blood, your DNA, you are it. They're not going to fake the people. So what happens was, when they try to go through the Sphinx, or where the lions are, the oracle, or whatever it was, normally the lions activate, they turn on, they burn up everything to a crisp. So you can't go through here unless you belong here. All right? You're not new here, you grew here, period. All right? So then it starts to show the world opens up. So I don't have to do anything to you. The universe opens up and swallows everything. All right? Now, we still on our drive, but also that man that everybody was trying to say that he was wrong, Ebo Noah, not wrong. Also, just because you didn't see it don't mean it didn't happen. It's like the rapture. When everybody kept saying October 27, 29, da-da-da-da-da, rapture, da-da-da, just because you didn't see it don't happen. Y'all was all left behind. Take it how it resonates, all right? I'm just the messenger. You cannot listen. I could be crazy, all right? Or this could be the best story never told, because I write books and things of that nature. So this for entertainment purposes only, because remember, we got to say that in order for anything to be real around this bitch, okay? My brother told me yesterday that it's a prank. So take it how it resonates. It's a prank. All right? So, but not wrong. All right. So as I'm going, remember the man that flashed me? He slowed me down, remember? So because he slowed me down, when I get to the other street where the light is, I'm sitting there, the light turns, but that's not normal for this particular light. Normally this light allows you to go left, right? Because you can always go right, because that's the median. But it normally lets the people that's to the left go first. For some reason, all the lights turn at the same time. So now I have to wait, because there's a person that is coming straight, and I'm getting ready to turn left. Remember what the left-hand path is. Because remember, I said we have to be like this. Everything matters, right? So, you know, the people that believe in, the good book, and in the good book, it says God has death angels that will come and get your ass, okay? So even when we go left, it was ordained in heaven. All right. So God said, go get your ass. All right. Anyway, so I have to wait, because, we got to wait for the signal and the sign to go. Right. Anyway, so when I make the left, get down there, again, be mindful, it's peaceful. So there's cars around, but my energy is very peaceful. It's putting me in a very relaxed stage. Like everybody is in a very relaxed stage, right? Mind you, the watchers, the angels, because what I was getting was one of the giants, like literally shaking this place loose. So what they were doing is that they were locked up, and don't ask me where this is coming from, but again, I write stories. So, I have a very vivid imagination. So the the giant that's locked up, take it how it resonates, he has chains. And so It has been banging, banging because he's trying to set himself free right now. But while the giant is banging and banging and banging, he's literally creating frequencies and shifts in the universe, because remember I said that the earth opens up. All right. So as I get to that one area, because now I got to make a right, because again, we doing all the things and we're driving, so two wrongs don't make a left and two rights don't make a wrong. All right. Or two rights don't make a left. Anyway, y'all see how that just happened? That was the way it was. So when I make the right now, because I'm going in the direction, because I have the GPS and a destination, but the GPS is internal. So your internal GPS, your DNA, your code is telling you, navigating you, right? So as I get to the right, I'm going again. Now nobody else is around. Out of nowhere, possum. It's almost like this thing literally just showed up in the middle of the road, because I'm driving straight. There's nowhere, nobody else. And so I should have seen the possum when he came across. Didn't see the possum when he came across. He literally appeared to me in the middle of the road. Okay, so if in fact the car that flashed me earlier, 5 seconds earlier, 5 minutes earlier, it might not even been 5 minutes, 3 minutes. If the car that had not flashed me 3 minutes earlier, I would have ran over the possum. But mind you, that's not the only thing that happened, because now I got to go back. Before that, I was backing out of my driveway and I'm leaving, but all of a sudden, if I wasn't paying attention, I would have ran over 7, because she came through the front door. Mind you, they were not awake when I was leaving. But if I hadn't looked down and seen her coming towards the car, I would have backed out over her. So that's now two things that I would have hit unintentionally, because, whatever the universe was doing or whatever was happening. But if me paying attention, I looked down, seen her coming, which I stopped. So I yelled to my son, like, you just let her out. But he didn't know that I was leaving. Okay. Anyway, so now the possum shows in the middle of the road. Don't know where this shit came from. But anyway, he's now going this way. Because I don't want to hit the possum, I swerve. Why I did that? Don't know. But I didn't want to hit the possum. Thank God I didn't swerve too far, because literally the road that I'm on is this tight. So I would have literally went in a ditch, and, anything could have happened. People, accidents happen, and, shit happens, right? Anyway, jerked, possum goes on by. Now my spirit is saying, if the man hadn't blinked and told you earlier to slow down, you would have been impacted at the same time. So a lot of times when, things are happening, we get upset, we get frustrated. And meanwhile, God is showing us, or God is protecting us from something that could have damaged us, destroyed us, took us off this plane. All right. So I'm driving now. I got to get to another stop sign. When I get to the other stop sign, again, peaceful, very, very peaceful. So this is now a 4-way. So 4 ways in life are, you can go this way, you can go this way, you can go this way. It is whatever your journey is that you're on. It's you can now make the decision to say, or your spirit is saying, either keep going forward, you make this, or you make this left, or you go in this direction, right? But sometimes, because of whatever just happened back there, I could be thrown off or distracted by whatever happened here and not pay attention. Meanwhile, my internal GPS knows how to get home, right? So I get down there, I make the left, all right? So we get ready to make the left again. but there's a series of events that take place in the process. So when I get down there to make the left, everything's good. Da 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 da. I enter into the door, get home, do what I need to do. So I came straight in the door because I had a process and a plan, because my schedule says I gotta be here at 8:15, so don't be late. Mind you, I'm supposed to have on my hijab, I'm supposed to have my hair covered, I'm supposed to do all of these things before I get here. So I was on schedule and I was on task. But this is what happened. So as soon as I walk through the door, I go to the kitchen, because technically y'all were not supposed to be where we are right now. We were supposed to actually be in the kitchen, because I was going to cook breakfast with y'all, because that's what I had on the schedule. And I like the fact that I could stand up and I could talk to y'all in the kitchen. Like, it just seemed like it flows better, right? Because we had a good time in there, not for nothing. Anyway, as soon as I walk to the door, I go to the sink, because I'm about to go, take the stuff out of there. I got my little sourdough thing that I had been growing, and I got to wash that stuff. So I wanted to make sure that everything was good. But the minute I walk through the door, excuse me, my son comes downstairs and he says, "Mom, my other son has been calling me," right? Mind you, just so y'all know, my other son was in here. So that's 3 sons that showed up today, just so y'all know. All right? In the process. Could mean nothing, but probably means everything. And son could be a whole lot. The son, my physical DNA son, it could be the son. But remember, I said the ceiling fell out. All right? Take it how it resonates. Because people be trying to do shit. Anyway, that's the 3rd son. So it could be 3 sons that are significant or important. Or the 3 wise men. Anyway, so he says, my son Romeo been trying to call me. So instantly I forgot, because I'm saying, well, my phone must be upstairs. But remember, I literally told y'all I took my phone out the door knowing that it was dead. I was supposed to put it on the charger when I got in the car, but what I did was I set it in the middle console. So when I said that for some reason I thought to have waited, I was literally thinking that I should have waited on him, because for some reason something told me as he was walking away from me to wait for him, right? But me just doing what I was doing, left, because I was making sure that I stayed on task and stayed on my schedule. But this is how God worked. So instantly come to the door. He tells me he's now calling me. I'm thinking my phone's upstairs. My son goes look for the phone. Then I realized, no, you took the phone with you. You was on, like you had it in your hand. So I goes to my car and looks, the phone is in the console turned off. All right, so now me and Seven, I instantly, now, this is about to literally, could be make it or break my schedule. So me and Seven, I take her, picks her up, because remember, I almost ran over her earlier. Didn't know she was outside. I pick her up this time and I put her in the car with me. But my other son then ran upstairs, because now he goes to look for my phone, but I'm backing out, and I go to put my phone on the charger. I go ahead and close the garage. But now I'm trying to call the other son to let him know that I done already left. I got the phone. You don't have to worry about it. I got it. I done took 7 too, because I didn't want him to look and think that, that she's not around, like what happened to her. So I done took her. Get in the car, back out, we leave. We heading back to where we go. So now y'all see something just took place. Already it is now you having to turn around, mind you, because you didn't listen to, I didn't listen to my first mind, which was, but also everything was happening the way it was happening. So I could just say, take accountability that, I should have done this, and this. Meanwhile, it happened the way it needed to happen. So we can't be mad at people, places, and things when certain things take place and then you notice a spin around, or you have to go back and redo something because of the fact that that's the way it had to be done. All right. Anyway, so I back out, I leave. She is, where she at. I go, and now I hear this song. But the song has already been playing. I'll Fly Again. So I did a video, I'll Fly Again, but mind you, it was adamant as that song is old as I don't know what. But it reminded me of a time when I sat at this desk and I said, God said, this time when you jump, because I told y'all I'm notorious for jumping out windows. Like where most people always are, in their comfort zone and this, that, and the third. Like me, I'll take the leap because what do I have to lose? I don't have nothing to lose. And so at this point, it's another thing. So when I sat there, I told y'all, I don't really have nothing to lose. The biggest thing, you can only threaten a person with what they care about. It's already fucked up. It's for all, what do you say? It's fucked up now. It's already fucked up. It's already fucked up now. It's a Jay-Z lyric, right? It's already fucked up. You could be fighting for something so hard that the tower definitely needs to hit because it's already fucked up. The only thing you could do at this moment in time is let it fall. Let it crumble. Let it tear itself up and tear itself down. So when I sat over there, I said, God, the spiritual awakening, I know that God will always save me, right? But during that time, that moment, God said, when you jump this time, you're going to have to fly. So it's like baby birds. You know how they tell you the baby bird, like they push him out the tree? And I don't know how it works after that, but once they go, either the bird flies or they, I need y'all to fly. Like at this point in time, that's the thing. And if everybody's just doing whatever it is, their internal GPS, their internal compass is leading them. Y'all know what's right. Y'all know what's wrong. So God said, I'm not going to save you this time. You're going to have to fly. Although we always know that God is watching, God is listening, God is, things, listening to your thoughts, and things manifest even based off thoughts. So you have to watch what you say. So if we're flying, then we flying. We're going to have to soar, right? And if it's real and there's 3 suns that exist, nothing's going to happen. But then it took me back to the other part. Is it like Icarus or something when they flew too close to the sun and because their wings were fake, they melted? Take it how it resonates. Because regardless of the fact, will the real Slim Shady please stand up? The frequency, the tone is going to match the DNA. It's going to match your internal compass. So, if y'all haven't paid attention, even in that one statement, it was a whole lot of bars. Because they can say, or anybody can say, mind you, it's not even based off a color. Because that's where they tried to play the biggest lie, the biggest misconception. It is, will the real Slim Shady please stand up? And mind you, if my feathers or their feathers, whoever feathers, are not real, when you get close to the sun, to God, to source, to connection, it don't matter what they say. Everything is going to fade away. So whoever's talking, whoever's saying, if you don't, because there's a thing here on this plane, right? Whereas you have to be forced into eating or drinking the Kool-Aid. Like, even when a person's saying, we can agree to disagree, that's not true. They're still trying to force feed you or change your thought process to make you agree with what they're saying. I'm not going to agree. Because my DNA, my source code is saying, if it's all been a lie and now the truth is being told and has to be told because everything exists at the same time, even when they part their lips, it's a joke. It's AI. It's the greatest story ever told. So why y'all steady saying that in the greatest story ever told, this happened? Take it how it resonates. Life force and vitality, heartbeat, blood, survival, the core meaning of red, passion and desire, love, attraction, creativity, power and strength, courage, leadership, confidence, action and urgency, movement, motivation, noun energy, protecting and grounding, root chakra, physical safety. Y'all not noticing how everything is and not at the same time? Or is that going to go over y'all heads too? Everything that's being seen is exactly what it is. Y'all keep letting people play in y'all face and tell y'all that what you seeing ain't right. The actions, the behavior, it all shows its face. It has one core face. Meanwhile, that's the same one that it keeps saying that it's part of, you know, that word y'all like to keep using. Starts with an E. I will never put that on them. The reason being is if you want that behavior or you're acting this way, you can't convince me that you're a good person. Meanwhile, I'm watching your behavior. You wake up every day with evil in your heart. You wake up every day trying to belittle. You're not going to convince me you're a good person. All you can show me is exactly is what your behavior is, because I keep saying that if you were in charge of the free world, would you wake up and do great things, or would you wake up and continue to keep trying to push the people to whatever the brink is? And as far as the people are concerned, if you seeing what you seeing and you talking about what you talking about, everybody was already gaslit from the beginning. And whether or not I add insult or injury to it, collectively, some of y'all belong to, that's just your group, that's just your tribe. Don't be mad at me. You're being shown. Everybody and everything is being shown. And it looks a whole lot like, pay attention. Because there's a face that's attached to everything wrong that y'all see. So I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. But the remix has already started. Take it how it resonates.